What's going on? What is going on? It is your boy Smooth Blaze, and I would like to be welcome back to the Reality Check, Present versus Future Self, Episode 12. Now, before we go into the major points for this week, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that notification bell, select all, so you will not miss one video. Now, previously on the Reality Check, we spoke about how and where do we get our resilience from? How and where do we get our resilience from? So we discussed different things of what we've been through, what tangible attributes that we have, and how we execute it. Now for this week, for episode 12, the question is, am I getting the results that I want? Am I getting the results that I want? And when you look at the results and you look at your physical body, you think about an ideal image. Everybody has a certain weight or a certain viewpoint of themselves that they want to improve on. So here's some things I learned about myself as it relates to my ideal image. The importance of physical image is that your appearance verifies or gives another person's opinion about you. Style of clothes that you wear. That's major because the perception of you is always going to be divided by how people see you based on your attire. If you wear a suit versus wearing a t-shirt and some shorts, it's a big difference of people how to perceive you. Weight goal. We all have a certain type of weight that we like to reach. Because I know for me, I want to get to 185 back again. So setting a weight goal for ourselves and consistency. What I learned about myself is when my mind, spirit, and vision is focused on one thing, I execute. So those are some of the things I've learned about myself. And another thing that I thought about is what healthy habits have I already created? One, creating a healthy diet, meaning that I've decided and I made a decision to let go a lot of the fried food and try to minimize the amount of intake that I have for that. Prioritize wellness checks, meaning going to get my eyes checked out, my physicals, everything else as far as my body to ensure that I'm taking care of my body on a consistent basis. Working out weekly, meaning putting together times without each week. It can be 2 days or it can be 3 days out the week where I go to the gym, work out, and get my body to release and get through certain things so that I can get to that point. Finding happiness in small things, meaning being appreciative of the great things that you have in your life, your family, your friends, even those minor things that you accomplish. Take pride in that thing. Also, pouring into your mind. The biggest thing as you pour into your mind would be finding books, finding different ways to challenge yourself mentally that will encourage you to evolve as a person. Now, another aspect of this that is very important will be time management. Setting a weight goal to be reached for a specific time frame. Let's just say, okay, for my birthday coming up, I want to lose 20 pounds. I have a set time frame of April 14th, and currently where I'm at now and looking at the weight. What do I need to do to make sure I hit that point or get close to hitting that point? Those are things that you have to set as far as time management. As it deals with relationships, this is major. Does my circle include people who value wellness, healthy habits, and consistent workout plans? Meaning, if you're trying to work out and you got a circle for people that don't want to work out, it's going to deter you not to because they're not doing it. So you figure out whatever any effort you're putting in is sufficient enough, and it might not be. So if you got people that's trying to do something similar to what you're doing, y'all work together as a unit, you can get stuff done as a unit, and you can get the results as a whole. Another thing we think about would be financial management. Let's talk about the money. How often do I eat out on a weekly basis? This is a question you have to ask yourself, and I ask myself. If I minimize the amount of time I eat out and I bring food that I prepared, the days or the weekend before, and I use that throughout the week, it saves time, It saves money on food, and also saves the amount of gas that I spend on a weekly basis. So that's a major thing that we have to negotiate. Another question as it relates to financial management will be, does the food that I consume improve my chance of getting my ideal weight? Now, we all know we have our moments where we cheat when it comes to food. We'll be good for a whole week or good for a whole 2 weeks. Then all of a sudden it's like, man, look, I want that cheesecake, man. I want that chocolate cake. I want something sweet so I can quench what I need to do. That's fine. Just make sure that it's not a consistent habit. You can put that in every now and then, but evaluate what you're putting in healthy versus what you're putting in that is not healthy. Always look at that. Number six on the list would be faith level. As we relate to faith, the real big question you have to ask yourself is this. Understand that God knows what I want my image to be, and faith without works is dead. Meaning, God already mapped out how you're going to look moving forward. He knows whether you're going to put in the work and do it, and he knows whether or not you're going to backslide or do anything to that nature that will allow you not to get the results that you want to get. But he knows that already. So if you put that energy in, this is your image. So faith without works is dead. When I think about that phrase, I look at it as be grateful and be faithful that God is going to make sure that you get to where you believe you should be. And it may be on a better level than what you already set for yourself. But you have to put in the consistent work and energy to get those results. That's the most essential portion of that. The work cannot be minimized, but your faith has to always be on point. And as we get to point number 7, once I hit this ideal weight, for me is hitting 185. What's next? And as I reflect on this, I think about this aspect of it. Remember that God wants you to maintain your healthy health and your wellness, meaning God wants you to be healthy in your life. God wants you to continue to make sure that you get those daily checkups from a mental aspect, from a physical, all type of things, so that you can be well balanced in this world. And also another thing you can remember is to look at the progress that you've already made. Meaning, look at where God has already taken you. See where you were prior to even right now, and see what progress you already made, and be grateful for that progress that you made. Another idea would be connect with persons who will keep you accountable, meaning the importance of having a circle that reflects you, that's going to hold you accountable, that's going to call you out when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's essential to being the best version of yourself, and your circle grows as you grow. And lastly, set another goal. Meaning, once I hit 185, I got to get another goal to be lower. People say, Nate, why are you doing that? You're going to lose all the... It's not about that. As you get older, you have to cut down on your weight. Because if you do not, you will suffer long term. It'll be harder for it to get off. So as you're at this young age of keeping yourself healthy, maintain that thing. I promise you, maintain it. It's going to change your life. But as we close, I would like to thank you for checking out this video. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Also, hit that notification bell, select all, so you will not miss one video. Now, before we close, just continue to keep this phrase close to your heart. We cannot control the hand that was dealt for us, but we can move with a purpose. It is your boy, Smooth Blaze, and I'm signing out. Peace.